How the Aristocracy Affected the Future of Fascism by Anna Wyman. In this video, we will be covering what is fascism, what is the monarch, how is Germany connected to English royalty, did they do anything to stop it, or did they help spread it, important figures who helped Nazis or fascists to take control. Defining fascism. According to Paxton, fascism used such propaganda to promote anti-liberalism, rejecting individual rights, civil liberties, free enterprise, and democracy, anti-socialism, rejecting economic principles based on socialist frameworks, exclusion of certain groups, often through violence, nationalism that seeks to expand the nation's influence and power. Fascism was also born in March of 1919, even though it was around before, it just didn't really be prominent until then. Monarchy. Monarchy, political system based upon the individual sovereignty or rule of a single person. The term applies to states in which supreme authority is vested in the monarch, an individual ruler who functions as the head of state and who archives his or her position through heredity. It is one of the oldest political parties, dating back over 5,000 years ago in Egypt. Since then, some monarchies have fallen and some have greatly changed. Today, monarchy is mostly known in Europe, and also for most of the time, its succession is from father to son. Connection. British royal family has a long line of German roots running through its family tree. A little over 300 years ago, in 1714, George Louis of Hanover was the first German lineage to become the King of Britain. King George I's grandson, George III, married the German princess Charlotte. George III's son, George IV, had a daughter who would later be known as Queen Victoria. King George V and Kaiser Wilhelm II are cousins who were on opposite sides of World War II. Important organizations. BUF, British Union Policy. Tons of aristocracy supported it. Principles. The king fighting against communism, wanting to get better friendship between all classes, better conditions for the poor, wanted no trade unions, and at this time they were not anti-Semitic until Sir Oswald Mosley brings it in later. This video is of the BUF anthem. Tons of men and women were attracted to the BUF that were from aristocracy. In Paxton's book, Chapter 3, they talk about the Night of the Long Knives and how tons of people left the BUF because they didn't approve what was happening in Germany. They wanted some of the stuff that the BUF had. Overall, when it got tough, they left. Paxton believed this was a failure because if they were truly fascist, they would have been loyal and not have left when going got tough. Important people. These are some of the important people that helped spread Nazi ideals of fascist ideals on accident or on purpose. These four are people that were in some type of aristocracy or leadership position. Von Papen. His name was Francis Joseph Hermann Michael Maria von Papen, born in 1979, died in 1969. He was chancellor before Hitler. Papen thought they can control Hitler when he went into power, served in World War I, helped dissolve the Whitmer government, and was a part of the Central Party. He was the Chancellor of Germany in 1932, also was the Vice Chancellor under Hitler for 2 years. He took command of the 2nd Battalion of the 93rd Reserve Infantry Regime, and he was also awarded the Iron Cross First Class. He established a rightist government without any base to help make peace with the second largest party, which were the Nazis. He lifted a ban on the Nazis' SA as well. He pretty much just stopped the reparations of the Treaty of Versailles. After he resigned, because a ton of people didn't like his politics, he wanted revenge on the person who came after him, who replaced him. He teamed up with Hitler and persuaded Hindenburg to give him the Nazi leadership to Hitler. Oskar von Hindenburg. Full name, Oskar Wilhelm Robert Paul Ludwig Hellmann von Beckernhoff und von Hindenburg, born in 1883, died in 1960. He was also son of President Hindenburg. Like his father, he didn't trust Hitler had the best intentions of Germany. Served in World War I, was a part of the 3rd Foot Guards, and served in World War II as a general in East Prussia. Oskar von Hindenburg, who, like his father, had long been opposed to making Hitler chancellor, was persuaded to support the plan to have Hitler appointed, but having von Papen control him from behind the scenes as vice chancellor. In the Nuremberg trials, he was witness against von Papen. Without von Papen and his father, President Hindenburg would have had a delay in inviting the Nazi Party into the government. King Edward VIII. Born to George V and Queen Mary in 1894, he died in 1972. He served in 1936, heir to the throne, and was part of the Royal Navy. He was only king during the year of 1936, only British king to voluntarily abandon the crown. After the First War, he did tons of tours to help British. During the 1932, he enlisted a ton of people when he visited a ton of working men clubs. Brought his popularity up, he opened Parliament. His affair with Simpson, future wife, caused tons of issues, nearly ended his king time, kept out of the press. He was the former King Edward and his wife, now the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, visited Nazi Germany. This is them arriving in Nazi Germany, and Hitler and dining with his deputy Rudolf Hess. Apparently he sees a concentration camp while he was there. It was part of a whole conspiracy. He was always known for his pro-Nazi sympathizers. However, the extent of his betrayal could never be fully verified through this archive. The Royal Archive always ensured that letters from German relatives of the royal family in the run of World War II remained closed. Naturally, such secrecy had led to endless conspiracy theories. There's tons of photo circulation of Hitler. There's even a video that was leaked from the British archives of him showing younger members of the British family to Nazi salute, including the queen that just died. Sir Oswald Arnold Mosley, born in 1896, died in 1980. He was a British politician. He had issues with mainstream politics, so he decided to turn to fascism. He was member of Parliament. He was part of the Royal Military College, later into the British Cavalry, and he was founded the British Union of Fascists, the BUF. At the 1924 general election, he stood in Bridgeham, Ladywood, against the future Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain, coming within 100 votes of defeating him. Mosley was imprisoned in May 1940, and the BUF was banned. He was released in 1943 and politically discharged by his association with fascism. Moved abroad in 1951, he was considered a potential Labour Prime Minister. He was really attracted to the Labour Party even though it was new.
Are you going to
But
talk about
resigned because of the
unemployment
difficulties
today?
in the government.
Why, of course.
Unemployment.
It is the one problem
In
that
this
really
video
matters
is
today.
him talking to a reporter
We live
about his
in a
issues
period
with unemployment
in which
in
politicians
Britain, which just
are not
shows
very
his
popular.
dedication.
And believe me, you have my...
These are some of my citations that I used throughout the video. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great day.